Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got 14 matchups on this NHL slate today. So yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe, guys. Go ahead and check out all my links in the description below. Really good promo code offers to get you guys in on the action this weekend. And go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Going to be posting all kind of alternative and different plays, throughout this whole year and pretty much forever on there that aren't normally on the channel. So go ahead and check that out. And we'll hop into it. 14 matchups, starting with the Arizona Coyotes versus the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo opening up as the favorites at minus 115. Arizona minus 105 with the over-under at 5.5. Head-to-head, Buffalo 6-3-1 in their last 10 against Arizona. Arizona 6-14 in their last 20 against Buffalo. 5-13 in their last 18 games. Arizona took a beating to Columbus in their opener. They looked pretty bad. Buffalo had a pretty good start in their opener against Montreal. Looked really good here. I like Buffalo in this matchup. Arizona got a lot of goals scored on them in their opener here. I think they're going to be definitely open to more goals in this game here. I like how the Buffalo played in game one. I'm going to take Buffalo in this matchup. Next matchup, we have the New York Islanders versus the Florida Panthers. Florida opening up as the favorite at minus 125. The Islanders plus 105 with the over-under at 5.5. The last 10 head-to-head games, the Islanders are 7-2-1 in their last 10 against Florida. Florida, pretty good opening win over Pittsburgh. Islanders, pretty bad loss to Carolina in their opener. The Islanders, 1-4 on the road, although they are pretty good on the road against Florida here. 5-2 on the road against Florida. Florida 13-3 at home. I just like how Florida looked in their opener. They're going to be really great all season here. So, I'm going to roll with Florida in this matchup. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Blackhawks versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh opening up as the favorite at minus 175. Chicago plus 150 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head. Chicago 9-0-1 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. Chicago coming off that 4-2 loss, over Colorado. Pittsburgh looked really good in the opener against Tampa Bay. Then that tough loss against Florida. Pittsburgh. Sidney Crosby still out for Pittsburgh, but they've looked pretty solid so far at the start of the season here. Chicago. Pittsburgh getting really big plus money here when Pittsburgh, last season 9-1 in their last 10 meetings. They pretty much dominated Pittsburgh. Give me Chicago plus 1.5. It looks like the whole public's going to be on Pittsburgh. Seems like a good spot that a team will let you down at. I'm going to take Chicago on the puck line. All right, next matchup, we have the Dallas Stars versus the Boston Bruins. Boston opening up as the favorite at minus 165. Dallas plus 145 with the over-under at 5.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Boston 7-1-2 in their last 10. Dallas, got a nice win over the Rangers in their opener, 3-2. Boston looking to make their season opener here. Dallas 1-4 in their last 5 against Boston. They've struggled against Boston here. Boston 11-3 in their last 14 at home. We've seen big favorites already in the last few days just simply not come out to play. I think you got to get it for any sport. You got to give it a week or two with big favorites until the numbers are there, until they've actually been playing. Might come out rusty, which we've already seen with Tampa Bay and multiple other big favorites. Dallas looked pretty good in their opener. Give me Dallas on the puck line here to keep it close. Next matchup, we have the New York Rangers versus the Montreal Canadiens. Both teams currently in a pick'em at minus 110 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head split down the middle. Both teams 5-5. The Rangers really haven't looked that good to start the season. 2 early losses. Haven't played good against, 1-7 in their last 8. 1-4 on the road. Montreal 6-2 in their last 8 at home. Coming off that 5-1 loss against Buffalo. yeah, both teams are playing very bad, very bad hockey right here to start the season. It's very early, but a game with no value. We'll take the underdog here, which looks like it is the Rangers. We'll take the Rangers on the puck line. Next matchup, we have the Ottawa Senators versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto opening up as the favorite at -225. Ottawa +185 with the over-under at 6. The last 10 head-to-head. Ottawa 5-4-1. Toronto 5-3-2. Ottawa, already coming off a win over Toronto here in that first game. Looked pretty good, 3-2. Ottawa have struggled on the road, just 6-12 on the road, 1-6 on the road against Toronto. Toronto 6-1 at home against Ottawa. I mean, man, laying -225 on this Toronto team, they've already let you down early on this season. Ottawa's already looked good against Toronto. No, it's early in the season, but to lay -225 on anyone this early on, I'm not really going to do it for the most part. Give me Ottawa on the puck line to keep it close. All right, next matchup, we have the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Nashville Predators. Both teams currently in a pick'em at -110 with the over-under at 5.5. Carolina 6-2-2 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. Carolina coming off that 6-3 win over the Islanders. Carolina been pretty dominant against Nashville, 15-5 in their last 20 against Nashville. Nashville, coming off that loss to Seattle in their opener. Nashville's going to still be a great team this season, but definitely struggled on defense, letting Seattle get their first win. And in a game with the pick'em, Carolina already coming off a win, looked really good in their opener. Carolina currently the underdog, which I'm going to take that all day in a pick'em. Give me Carolina +1.5. And if you guys are new to the channel, obviously these +1.5s, some of these, this Carolina one, they're sitting at +1.5 or -265. Obviously the value is not that great, but if you're a subscriber of the channel, this is a parlay channel. I'm not taking any of these bets straight up. Getting Carolina +1.5 is a really awesome parlay addition. So if I get comments that are it's a horrible value to bet on the puck line. Yeah, it is. I agree. But I'm not betting any pick I ever do straight up. I just do parlays. And then I'll do some live betting on some over-unders or money lines if need be, which I do. But that's really the only kind of straight bets I do, which is live betting. So just to clarify that. So we're going to roll with the Hurricanes here. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Blues versus the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado opening up as a favorite at -170. St. Louis +145 with the over-under at 5.5. Colorado 8-2 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. St. Louis, St. Louis getting their debut here. We'll see how they play, but Colorado coming off that 4-2 win over Chicago looked really good in their opener. St. Louis 0-5 on the road against Colorado, 2-9 against Colorado. Had no success against Colorado here. Love Colorado. They looked really good in their opener. I think they're going to be great this season. Give me Colorado in this matchup. Next matchup, we have the Calgary Flames versus the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton opening up as the favorite at -140. Calgary +120 with the over-under at 6.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Edmonton 6-4-0, Calgary 4-6-0. Calgary just 3-6 in their last 9 games against Edmonton. Edmonton coming off that nice, their nice opener against Vancouver. Looked pretty solid in that opener there. We'll see how Calgary plays in this matchup, but I like that. Edmonton already has a nice win under their belt to start the season. Going to roll with the Oilers. All right, next matchup, we have the Winnipeg Jets versus the San Jose Sharks. Winnipeg opening up as the favorite at -125. San Jose +105 with the over-under at 6.5. The last 10 head-to-head, both teams are 5-4-1 in head-to-head meetings. Winnipeg coming off that pretty embarrassing loss to Anaheim, 4-1. And then San Jose looking to make their start here debut of the season. Winnipeg currently on a 5-game losing streak, dating back to the end of last season. San Jose 1-4 at home against Winnipeg. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Winnipeg. They look really rusty in their opener here, but I like Winnipeg to bounce back in their second matchup here. I'm going to roll with Winnipeg. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Wild versus the Los Angeles Kings. Minnesota opening up as the favorite at -130. LA +110 with the over-under at 5.5. The last 10 head-to-head games, Minnesota 6-4-0, LA 4-3-3. It's just I like Minnesota in this matchup here. Pretty okay money for the Kings. If you want them on the puck line, go for it. But I'm going to roll with Minnesota. All right, next matchup, we have the Seattle Kraken versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Both teams currently in a pick'em at -110 with the over-under at 5.5. Seattle coming off that very impressive win over Nashville, 4-3. Very good for the club. Columbus coming off that very impressive 8-2 win over Arizona. A lot of goals scored there. No value in this game. Columbus looked really good in their opener, but Kraken coming off their first win of their franchise, beating a really good Nashville team. Give me Seattle +1.5 here. I think they're going to come in with momentum in this game, beating a Nashville team. And give me the Kraken. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Washington Capitals. Tampa Bay opening up as the favorite at -125. Washington +105 with the over-under at 6.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Washington 6-2-2. Tampa Bay coming off that 7-6 win over Detroit, but then that bad loss against Pittsburgh 2-6, giving up 6 goals in consecutive games. Not a good sign on the defensive end for the Lightning here. Washington coming off that 5-1 win over the Rangers. Washington looked really good in their opener here. Tampa Bay just giving up a lot of goals on defense. Obviously, it's early in the season, but definitely vulnerable right now on the defensive end for Tampa Bay. Give me Washington +1.5. And then the last matchup, we have the Vancouver Canucks versus the Detroit Red Wings. Vancouver opening up as the favorite at -125. Detroit +105 with the over-under at 5.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Vancouver 5-2-3, Detroit 5-4-1. Vancouver coming off that 3-2 loss over Edmonton. Detroit coming off that 7-6 loss against Tampa Bay. Detroit looked pretty good in their opener. Were able to get a bunch of goals on Tampa Bay, but unfortunately came out with the loss. Both teams coming off a loss here. Well, Vancouver is playing Friday. We'll see how they play there, but I liked what I saw from Detroit. Not too much value here. Give me the Red Wings +1.5. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.